I think that when you say sustainability, I went back and looked at the Sustainable Northampton, and the focus, I feel like, when you presented was sort of like, we want infill, sustainable wants, we talk, this is infill, people want infill, but actually when you look back at the plan, it encompasses, sustainability encompasses economic as well as social and environmental. It's not just economic, and I feel like this is really focused, both plans were really focused on economic sustainability, and having people walk is not necessarily, and that have to be the only sort of bullet point as far as environmental. You're not even dealing with the environmental impact. Let's say all streets look like Walnut Street. And it's possible under this plan, there'd be a lot more, you guys call it infill, I call it crowding, but there's going to be a lot more crowding. So how is that going to impact? A lot of people like green space, they like their yards. I think of sustainability, people want chickens in their yards, they want a place to have a garden. That's sustainability too, and agricultural sustainability. So I'm very passionate about green space. So I don't want to have to go visit green space. And I believe a lot of people like it right around them. I think I'm speaking for a lot of people when I say that. And as far as the special permitting and I was my house abutted, I just want to tell, because I think it's important that people hear this, and some people already know about it. But in 1997, I lived on Lyman Road, and they wanted, a well-known developer wanted to build a development of townhouses between Lyman and Monroe Streets. There had been all these old garages, bad winter, like this winter actually, and all the garages fell down, and all of a sudden, I thought I lived like in this pristine little area in town. All of a sudden the garages were gone, the land was sold, developer came in and said, I want to build 12 townhouses. And it was not in keeping with the neighborhood, nor was the design. They were cheap, they were quick, for empty nesters, and it was much more density than what was around it. So he went and got 2 special permits, and even though 99% of the neighborhood was opposed to it, we got money together, hired a lawyer. The special permits were passed by the planning board. Even though, so when people say, oh, don't worry, if it doesn't work out, they'll have to get a special permit, the planning board will take care of you. Not happened to us, okay? We paid a lot of money, and because the developer was afraid that he's going to be sued because it wasn't legal under the state ordinance or state law, he backed out of it. Then what happened was we ended up with... Sorry. Okay, but there's a good ending. The good ending is he got out of it, somebody developed something there, but half the size within the keeping, and then half of it, we all bought out plots and kept green spaces, nice green space there. Everybody loved it. The neighborhood used it for their... So I guess what I'm saying is we had to fight very hard and pay a lot of money. And this was before what you're going to do now. So when you talk about performance, when you talk about don't worry, we're just going to put a lot of units. Worry.